Folks, it's natural that the preparation of any model for 3D printing should be several videos, because it is a complicated process and it's very easy to fuck things up. So here, this video is just about exporting the model out of ZBrush and into any, in such a way, in an STL format that the model will be printed at the correct scale and will be printable. Because the previous video we prepared the actual model. Here it is. We have holes in it. If you don't understand why, just refer to the previous video. Basically, we needed to create shells to save the material. It's long story short. And we have done that. But that is not all, because the exporting part out of ZBrush in a correct way is a topic in of itself. I hope I'm saying that right. First thing we are going to do here is we are going to rename the subtools. The hand will be called hand, and the stand will be called the stand. And I'm not calling it the stand. I'm talking at the same time, and I've attempted to call it also a hand. It's hard to talk and to think at the same time. Anyway, now they are renamed, and very important part here. As you can see, the hand is a unified object, but it has multiple subgroups, polygroups. That is very dangerous. We are going to group visible to make sure it is unified. It is single polygroup, each subtool. Group visible. Why? Because we are going to merge them together right now. I'm going to go merge down, and here it is merged. Now I'm going to a scale master. Here it is, scale master. First thing I do here is I press this button, the sliders to subtool size. That makes sure that the ratio of this XYZ scale matches the ratio of the model. And we are working in millimeters, and I'm taking my ruler and I'm going to print this thing at 13 centimeters high. I'm from Europe, so I'm using metric system, which you Americans should also use. 13 centimeters is almost exactly 5 inches. And I'm going to, since y-axis has the largest number and this model is obviously vertical, so it is the y here is vertical, obviously, and I'm putting 130 units, and we are in millimeters here, and I'm pressing resize subtool, because unless you press resize subtool, and it will say that the model needs to be unified, it's blah blah blah, just say OK, and it will rescale this thing. And now if we just use our standard, just eyeballing it here, gizmo, it says it's 128. It's a little imprecise because I'm eyeballing it, but yeah, it's 130. It's 130 millimeters or 13 centimeters, almost exactly 5 inches. And now I need to split it, because it is rescaled. It will maintain its relative scale if I just go group split. And that's why we made sure we only have one polygroup per subtool. Otherwise, we would be in trouble, because it would have blown up the model. Anyway, now it is the correct scale, and yeah, I'm going to 3D, what is called 3D Print Hub. And here I need to set the correct scale for export. It's a completely different operation. Again, I'm in millimeters, and I have this hand selected, and I press update size ratio. and it gives me its own ideas, because ZBrush is full of ideas about what scale this might be, as if it doesn't know. And you need to select the correct scale. The correct scale, disclaimer here, is this one. It is the top right option. It's always, for some reason, gives you 4 options. I don't know why. And it is in millimeters, obviously, and it has 126.76 millimeters high, which roughly matches what we just did to rescale this this whole composition. And since I'm only measuring the hand, the stand is a separate subtools, it's 126. With subtool, it would be exactly 130. So I'm selecting that. And we have the correct scale for this subtool. It is enough for you to create, to select correct scale for one subtool, right? Because later on, we are going to go, not later on actually, right now, export options, and it says all instead of visible or selected. It refers to subtools. So we made sure that one subtool is in the correct scale, and now when we are going to go and press export STL, it will export all of them in the correct scale. And I'm going to create a new folder, exp for export 01, in case I will need to export something again. And actually I'm forgetting one more thing before we export the geometry. As you can see in the top right corner, it says 3,758,000 polygons. Not a good thing. It's too much for a printable model. It works okay in ZBrush, but in other applications it will be very, very slow, and it might even crash those applications. That's why we need to do something else. We need to decimate. Decimate these models, and that basically brings the poly count way, way down. And we need it to do it right now before exporting. So first thing, we go into decimation master and we press pre-process all, actually, all the subtools. Now, I have the hand selected right now, and I'm going to try 10%. Usually 10% gives you good results. Sometimes you can go even lower. Right now, check it out. It has almost 4 million polygons. I press this button. You have to press this button. Decimate current. And decimate current. And like I said, almost instant result. 375,000 polygons. And I think that is enough. I'm not going to go lower. And it is so dense, by the way, partially because it has an inner shell too. The stand also has the inner shell, but it is about 2 million polygons, and I'm going to also decimate it at 10%. Let's see what we have. I'm turning on the poly mesh to see the result. It looks good. And yeah, we're all set. And I'm going to save this. Save it as version 9. I like to save those things all the time. Now, now the exporting. I'm going to 3D print hub here. Update the size ratio, select the, I think we have lost our scaling because of the decimation operation. Not to worry, we'll go through this again, but very quickly. You see, these lessons, these videos, they are unscripted. So let me just merge them again. Merge down, update. 130, resize. Yeah, it is resized. Now I'm group split. I'm going here, selecting just the hand. These videos are so unscripted, so I make lots of mistakes. I have like 15 years of experience inside Zbrush and lots of experience with 3D printing. I'm still making lots of mistakes. And that's how things are in CG. Okay, update size ratio. I'm selecting this one. All right. And export options. I'm going to export all these subtools, and they will maintain the correct scale. Now export into, I already have the exported files here, by the way, because STL, and hopefully everything is going to go smoothly. Files are exported very quickly because we decimated them. And as you can see, they are very lightweight, 36 megabytes and 16 megabytes.